No, didn't see you there. We're trying to modify this chicken pen to be a little bit better set up for these 45-day chickens. 45-day chickens, for those who don't know, are broilers. Broiler chickens, for those who don't know, are the kind that you buy at Walmart for an affordable price. That's, if y'all didn't know, which you probably didn't if you don't know anything about chickens, but chickens have gotten expensive in the last year. Like, you can't get yourself a nice heritage bird for any less than $60 US. In the States, of course. Here, I've been able to get a couple different varieties for a lot better. Ayo, Bellis. That's amazing how fast you made it in. We haven't even been live for a whole minute. Must have been waiting on me to go live. We just had a brownout here all day, so I hadn't had the opportunity to go live. But figured power came back. We're here at the garden getting this area set up for these broiler chicks. For some reason they like to hang out over there instead of underneath the light. I don't know. Chickens are stupid, I guess. Yes, I got notified. You must have been the only one, or everyone else is busy. But yeah, we're gonna... Maybe YouTube was listening to our live the other day when I told you that they're doing a real crappy job notifying us whenever other expats go live. But yeah, that's all we're doing in the garden. I just wanted to check up on them. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain tonight. Looks kind of like a beautiful night, but you gotta be prepared for the worst. That's, like I said, we had an all-day brownout, so we hadn't had light, so I hadn't bothered to mess with the 45-day chickens today. Just messed with everything else. Met up with the old friend. Should have got him in there on the video. Do you live at your farm? No. So, right between that coconut tree and that coconut tree down there, just that whole hillside or whatever, is my wife's family's place. So they live on the farm. They're the ones that have to deal with the loud chickens and the smell of manure wafting up in the middle of the night. I live just a little ways down the road, 2 towns actually away, but the towns here are really short distance. Yeah, we're in Future-Farmers now. There's actually, we're in Kogan right now. There's a river that runs down across through this tree line that divides Kogan from, this is Kogan, from Future-Farmers, which is across the other side of the river there. But yeah, nothing but green for as far as I can see in this area. Rice field after rice field, kind of a little bit where you're at in Leyte, I imagine, Bellis. Although you're nowhere near the coast, right? You're kind of towards the center of the island. But yeah, we live in Blue Spruce, which is, you have to pass through Motog, which is the next barangay after Kubai. Future-Farmers is inside of Kubai. There's Kubai Sur and Kubai Norte. These are all, there's like 15 barangays from Poblacion to Boracay. I think there's 3 on Boracay. But yeah, it's wild how many barangays are in this area of Malay, which Boracay resides. Smash the like, y'all. No, dude, that is not grass. It is rice. But I could see how you'd think it was grass. It's far more than 7 inches. It's more like 12 to 18, depending on the field. But yeah, it's rice, not grass. But I can understand why you'd think it would be grass. Looks just like grass, and I guess maybe rice is a grass. I don't know. It's a grain as far as I'm concerned. But maybe grasses are grains. All grasses make grain maybe. But yeah, we're heading home to the wife, so we're gonna give you all a little ride here in the trike. Let you know what it looks like to drive here at sunset. If I can get things to start. It's been really finicky today. Spray down with alcohol before we leave. That's you gotta. When you're farming chickens and lettuce and you have an infant, you gotta be sure that you're always disinfecting yourself. You don't want to take diseases from other places to your family or to your plants or to your animals. So always carry alcohol to disinfect, and always disinfect before I get home. We got 8 people, and that's wild. We typically average like 2 people, so this is great live. Thank you all for joining. 19 people, holy cow. Smash that like button, comment down below where you're watching from, and most of all, subscribe. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. Yeah, we'll do that in public. Yeah, you gotta clean up. You can't be carrying stuff around. Justin said hi, Lynn said hi. Well, my wife said, I told my wife that I'd be home just shortly, so we're gonna be leaving here. We'll take you all on the journey. But yeah, thank you all for joining in. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It's kind of amazing to see this many people in at one time. Let's see if we can get up to 12 likes. 12 of y'all are watching. And all of you like? Oh, there went a couple of you. That's fine. CKYS Life Dairy. Where am I from? I'm from here in Aklan, right beside Boracay. I'm from Florida, but we're in Aklan right now. Yep, Aklan. That's where I'm from the United States. We're in Aklan. Right near Boracay. What a place to live. The rent is expensive, land even more expensive, but the alcohol is cheap if that's what you're all about. Okay. 10-4, babe. We'll be heading home then. Love you. See you in a minute, babe. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell. Comment, guys. Thank you, Darren. Yeah, we'll be leaving now because the wife is in the comment section. So. All right. Let's get rolling. Checking up on you, Levi. Yeah, she sure is, Darren. I'm sure she saw that I went live whenever I said, I'll be home in a minute, I'm just messing with chickens. She probably doesn't believe me that I was working with the chickens now. Yeah, we got to go live at least 3 times a day. This is my best way to farm subscribers, so. Look at that Golden hour. I really don't know what's going on with this motorcycle. It doesn't idle anymore at all. Plus, this motorcycle in front of us doesn't want to go anywhere fast. And I don't really pass people. Wife doesn't like it. She thinks it makes me look like I'm in a hurry. Which she's right. Passing people is not a good practice. I don't know why it won't idle, y'all. It says that it's plenty warm, but we'll just ride silent here for a second. Well, it's probably just my wife watching at this point. might have some sort of blown head gasket or something detrimentally wrong with this tricycle. It doesn't idle, and then that's the sound it makes whenever you have the choke in. I was blaming it on someone else messing with my choke, but no one drives this but me. Unless if it was some sort of practical joke from some local kid. I don't know. Maybe we'll tear the carburetor apart sometime this week and try to figure it out, but it's like hours of work. Not really, I don't know. It's really tricky to work on the trike when it's on the body. And it's really tricky to get it off the body. Because there really is no space in there. They make them as small as possible. Well, alright. We'll see you all for Bible study here after dinner. I gotta figure out what we're doing for dinner. It's 6 o'clock already. Bye now. God bless y'all.